Alright, it's March 24th. Starting my tracker here. Here we go. First shed hunt in about a week. And this is actually the first time I've had great conditions to shed hunt. Looking forward to it. I was gonna shed hunt, but now I'm headed back to the house to get underneath the porch till this rain and sleet quits. Just started. Alright, I'm back. March 24th. This is the third time I've shed hunted the farm, but the first two times were not ideal conditions. We had snow on the ground one time, and the other time it was just bright and sunny, so neither time the antlers were sticking out very well, but we got a cloudy, dreary day, obviously. The rain's supposed to be coming to an end, and the antlers should really glow today, so I'm excited to pick some up. We still got a lot of bucks that we haven't found antlers to, so it should be a good time. Third time walking the corn. Gotta go slow for obvious reasons since and I just spotted my first one. Right there. Nice 2-year-old side. Cool. 5-10 minutes in and already on the board. Another thing that's crazy about this corn is, like, we mowed some down at the end of the season over there, but all of this right here and this entire area that you're looking at was standing corn, and the deer have absolutely trampled it over the last like 3 months. Just trampled it by smashing it down, eating it off the stalk, and I'm sure the snowfall that we had, you know, increased the amount of deer that were in here, and so it's crazy. It looks like cattle went through here. Alright, I've scoped out the standing corn pretty good, picked up this one, but now I'm going to go in the timber here near this food source, and it seems like that's where I usually find the bulk of them. I walked this about a week ago and picked up already like a dozen within probably 200 to 300 yards of the standing corn, but the conditions weren't like this. I think I ought to be able to hopefully scoop up the rest now. So here's the scenario. If I spot a shed, I gotta set my stuff down. But anyhow, there's a stand right here that we've had a lot of great hunts out of. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, like right there. Just crested this hill. The field's right here, the cornfield. There's a nice one laying here, so I'm gonna leave my stuff here and go pick this guy up. Oh man. I do not recognize this antler right now. This one's throwing me for a loop. It's a cool buck. I don't know why I don't recognize him. I'll have to think about this one. Look at him a little bit more, but man, what a shed. Alright, I've picked up those two so far. And I've combed that area pretty well. Come up with pretty much nothing else. So, gonna move further on the other side of the farm and start looking for a buck Ralph that I actually missed. Took the hair off of his back pretty much right at the end of the season. I haven't looked in that area yet, so see if we can go maybe pick up his sheds, but it's gonna take me a little while to get there. Well, there's another one right there. Huh, spoke too soon. Little guy, but it's a shed. Picking them all. I don't have a far enough zoom on this camera, but there's another one up there. I'm gonna have to dump all these sheds and come back and get them. Probably like an hour in, and I've found 4 so far. This one here, I definitely know this buck. Nice 3-year-old shed off of a buck We called him Ferdinand. I need to rename him though. I don't really like the name. I couldn't think of anything better. Alright, throw him in the pile. We're gonna put these on a road further up the way and come back and get them later. Walking through this cedar thicket. There's one I missed last year. Nice little guy. It's raining pretty good now. I'm gonna dump my antlers off here for a little bit and go up into this thicket here. Just a big south-facing slope, and I've always found a lot of sheds up in here, so it should be a good spot, I think. Haven't checked this one yet this year, but gonna wait till this rain quits. Rain and sleet. Here's a decent one laying here. Another nice, I guess 2-year-old. Two. Another one way down there. 3. All right, up to 8 now. All right. I think I've got 10 now in a handful of hours. I think been walking for almost 3 hours. I don't even know how many miles left to look, but finally to the area where Ralph was kind of staying. So I'm gonna walk in here. Most of this is south-facing slope, and then there's beans down in the bottom. So that's actually where I missed him. Hoping to find his sheds in here. I'm gonna drop these up here and start walking it out. Man, this oak regeneration is incredible on this south-facing slope here. We burned this off like, I don't know, 3 years ago and absolutely roasted it. It was a really hot fire and looks awesome. Got all these sprouts coming up, these shoots of oaks coming up, and deer nipping them off. Lots of food. They get the sunlight. It's opened up in here. This is prime habitat. Kind of walked into this open area where we did some TSI. I think like 3 years ago. We've burned it since, which probably needs it again. There's a lot of leaf litter, but spotted a shed. Pretty good one, looks like. Man, they are just glowing today. Look at that thing. That's a cool buck. Pretty good one. Nice long beam. Wow. That might be a record there. Look at that. It's easy to find the big ones. But when you find a broke off piece like this, like 4-inch nub, that's when you know you're pretty good. Honestly though, that's pretty crazy. I'm surprised I spotted that. All right, I've got a pile of them here in my left hand. I've probably been out here for, I don't know, 5-6 hours now. I'm exhausted, but I found another one here. Little guy. See him laying there? Right by that stump. So I'm pretty much wrapping this up. I'm gonna carry these back to the house, or pick this one up and carry these back to the house and call it a day. But what a day. I think I'm at 12 now. So awesome conditions. Cloudy, overcast, a little bit of rain. Well, the rain finished. All the leaves are dampened down. This is what you want for shed hunting. Not complaining, because it's been an incredible day, but I wouldn't be sad if that's the last one. I gotta use both hands to pick all this stuff up. It's crazy. Walking back to the house, and number 14. Look at that little guy. Let me get my focus here. Look at that little guy. Crazy. Needle in a haystack. On that note, I'm gonna end my shed hunt. Alright, that's a wrap. There's my pile of sheds. Very rarely am I ever solo proing it like this, but I just made a quick trip up to the farm for the day, and like I said, conditions were right. Clouds, overcast, rain. The rain quit in the middle of the afternoon, which is perfect. All the leaves were dampened and the sheds were glowing. So 14 sheds in a little over 5 hours. 8 miles or something like that? Yeah. Crazy. One of the best days I've ever had. So can't beat that. Heck of a Missouri season that we had this year. That's pretty much a wrap for shed season. I might go one more time, and turkey season starts next week. So glad to move into the next chapter, and can't wait for this fall.